Hello everybody, this is Shady here, and today I want to talk about yesterday's Nintendo Direct, and specifically one game. But before we talk about that one, I want to quickly give a bit of an overview of the Direct itself. So basically this was the final Direct for the original Switch. They also announced that on the 2nd of April, we're going to finally get the full kind of reveal for the Switch 2. And for the final Switch Direct, I think it was really solid, personally. There were some really cool announcements. We finally got a full trailer for Metroid Prime 4, which looks really good. And they've kind of cemented that it's coming out this year. There was no release date on this title, which personally makes me think it's probably going to release to coincide with the Switch 2. So yeah, imagine that's when we'll get the release date. We also got to see some more Dragon Quest 1 and 2 2D HD collection, which they reinstated is coming out this year, which we kind of knew already. Got to see a cool trailer. There's a new character who's involved in Dragon Quest 2. Yeah, looks really good. Again, no release date, so yeah, I'm assuming next week, Switch 2 announcement. They also showed Pokemon Z to A, which looks pretty cool. The graphics still, it looks like the other games. Yeah, there's still not really been an improvement from the 3DS games in my opinion. But what's really cool is this is actually based in the X and Y game universe in that world. And also, this is like the Pokemon Legends type game. So you've got kind of like the real-time battles where you can kind of move around with the trainer. You catch Pokemon and stuff during the day, and then in the night you actually battle other trainers. I think this was something that wasn't in Legends 1, the Arceus game, so that looks really cool. I'm guessing that's going to be the big release for the end of the year for Nintendo. And yeah, another thing, we also got like some games that are coming out next year, so we're still going to get Switch games in 2026, which is cool. But now, the main game I want to talk about, the big announcement in my opinion. We're finally getting a new game from Atlas, kind of a new game, remaster of Raidou Remastered versus the Soulless Army. And obviously what's interesting about this release is it's actually more than just a remaster. It basically looks like a full-on remake. Yeah, if you guys remember the Shin Megami Tensei 3 remastered, that was really awful. It kind of looks like they've learnt their lesson. So yeah, by the looks of it, this is basically fully updated visuals. So looks as good as like Persona 3, pretty much, in terms of the visual department, but still manages to capture the spirit of the original. We're having a fully 3D camera, which is something we didn't have in the first game. Obviously this was kind of the thing with the first game is it had fixed camera angles, similar to like an old school Resident Evil or something. Yeah, so obviously this is updated to play more like the second game when we have a fully 3D world. There's also going to be 50 new demons, which is a big thing. Yeah, also, there's going to be gameplay tweaks as well. The fusion system is going to be improved, so I'm hoping it's going to be similar to SMT5s, where you can kind of really go in depth and kind of it's a lot easier to get the correct demon fusions you want. But yeah, looks really good. Another really interesting thing about this is it's also coming out pretty soon, the 19th of June. Yeah, so what, less than 3 months, or just 2.5 months I think it is. Yeah, what's really great about this is it's also multi-plat, so obviously it's coming to Switch. More than likely wait and see for the release date, but probably get Switch 2 version. Coming to PS5 and PS4 and Steam and Xbox Series systems, which is really cool. And why I'm really excited about this, and why for me it's the biggest announcement, is because obviously Atlas have this history of making games and just leaving them on a platform. Like back in the day, they always made games for either like one particular system, and just left them there. And then over the years, these games become like ridiculously expensive. Like, if I'm correct, I think it's either this game or its sequel is like one of the most expensive PS2 games. It's going to cost you like a few £100. Yeah, so it's just great to actually have like an accessible version of this game. Annoyingly, this is the part that I hate. Physical releases are being done by limited run games. It looks like it's not available to pre-order yet. You can get the digital version, obviously, which is going to be £45, and then there's a digital deluxe edition for 53 or something like that, which gives you some extra DLC, like experience bonuses, blah blah blah. But yeah, the annoying thing about this is obviously with limited run, you know, you're not going to get it on the release date. So, you know, for example, I would have to buy two versions. I'd have to buy the digital version to play it on the day, and then I'll have to, you know, pre-order the physical edition for a later date, which is very irritating. Apparently there's going to be like a cool collector's edition and stuff, which is awesome. And obviously, yeah, I'll give a little bit of an explanation of the game itself. It's basically, obviously this is a Shin Megami Tensei game, which is a part of the Devil Summoner series. So obviously, you know, you had Devil Summoner, Soul Hackers 1 and 2, and then the two Raidou games. And yeah, this is obviously a remaster of the first game for the PS2. We play as Raidou in 1931 in Japan. He's a detective who also uses demons, obviously because it's SMT games, you always use demons. And basically, he's kind of helping this girl against the Soulist Army, or the Soulless Army. And then it kind of goes from there. So you got kind of like, you know, a bit of a detective noir story while also being like an action RPG, because this one, it's like a real-time battle system where you fight alongside the demons. It's really cool as well. It's a game that, you know, I think fans are going to really love. Obviously, with this coming out, I think, you know, this is going to be kind of the main SMT game for this year. I imagine Persona 4 Remake, which apparently is rumored to be the next game, Atlas will release, or the next Persona game, probably going to be out next year, which means Persona 6 probably have to wait another 2-3 years for. So yeah, I mean, that's annoying for Persona fans, but still, yeah, I just hope we get, you know, re-releases of the second game. Hopefully we get some, you know, other remasters. I'm really hoping to see like the two digital Devil Saga games, which obviously were PS2 games as well. But really awesome to see the likes of Shin Megami Tensei 4, maybe. Obviously that was a 3DS game, so it'd probably be a little more difficult to kind of, you know, be a lot more hard work to do a remaster of that. But I mean, it would be great. And yeah, I'm really excited. Obviously, yeah, I think, you know, pre-orders, you know, if you want to get the physical version, I'll probably say follow Limited Run on social media, and they'll obviously update when the pre-order window will be. Yeah, and personally, I'm going to pick up the digital version for PS5 myself, and then I'll probably get the, you know, physical version for Switch. Maybe Switch 2 if there's going to be a version. And yeah, anyway guys, have a great rest of your day, and I'll catch you in the next one.